statistics as my master's degree at University of Oxford. Today, I would like to share my insights and my experience, what I've had throughout my journey up to my graduate studies, along with my career in industry as well.
안녕하세요. 자기소개 좀 부탁드릴게요.
Hi everyone, this is Dream Mom's son Jason. To briefly introduce myself, I study mathematics at Imperial College London and statistics as my master's degree at University of Oxford. After that, I worked as an AI engineer for about 4 years, and currently I'm an upcoming second-year PhD student majoring in AI at Korea University. Studying in the UK has been amazing. I was fortunate enough to work with amazing scholars including Professor Kevin Buzzard and Professor David Cox, and also with amazing peers as well. Now it's been around a year since I started my PhD, and my paper has recently been fortunate enough to be accepted by ECCV, which is a top-tier AI conference. I'm also waiting for further decisions for my ongoing other research projects as well. So today I would like to share my insights and my experience, what I've had throughout my journey, starting from elementary school up to my graduate studies, along with my career in industry as well. So stay tuned.
이공계열을 준비하는 이제 학생들이요. 어떤 직업군으로 앞으로 이제 졸업하면 할 수 있는 건지, 혹은 취업은 좀 잘 되는지 이게 궁금해요.
Yeah, so since my background is in STEM, my answer to that might be a bit biased, but most of people I know are currently working in high-paying sectors like finance and consulting. Few others went to medical school, some went to large corporations, law firms, and startups, and some even made their own companies as well. And few others like me who are in academia are working as graduate students or as teachers and professors. Overall, regardless of the industry, everyone is working really fiercely on their own respective fields, and it's really nice to see them because it always motivates me to keep pushing myself as well.
아이들이 살아갈 AI 시대에 지금과 어떻게 다를까요?
In the short term, say over the next 5 to 10 years, I think we will likely see a very rapid cycle of seeing new technologies continuously emerging and disappearing. On the other hand, if we take a longer horizon for around 20 to 30 years per se, I think the market flow will be a lot different from now. In the past, we have seen large corporations basically monopolizing the South Korean market. But on the other hand, in the future, I think we will now see more numerous platforms. We can already see this happening where many people are creating their own personal brands in YouTube, for example, and many other online and offline platforms as well. And since I'm in computer science, even in the tech job market, rather than traditional mass recruitment from these large companies, there are actually more new jobs being created by rising startups. And speaking of the job market, we are now seeing physical AI making headlines every day. And when you watch these robot demos from companies like Boston Dynamics, we can kind of see that physical labor and even intellectual labor might be replaced by human in the near future. But I don't think everything will change overnight in a couple of years. I think the change will be more gradual, where society goes through a consensus process, finding the right sweet spot between human resources and AI.
그렇다면 앞으로 학생들이 뭘 어떻게 공부해야 살아남고 돈도 많이 벌고 성공할 수 있을까요?
For elder students, I think it is mandatory to master these AI tools. Just as we are using ChatGPT or Gemini a lot these days, I think we will see more AI tools in the future. So rather than feeling intimidated, I highly recommend them to actively search to leverage these technologies to boost their productivity and gain competitive advantage. For younger students, for example, those in elementary school or middle school, I recommend them to take a different approach. So before fully depending on these AI tools, I recommend them to develop their own critical thinking skills first. and then I recommend them to be exposed to those AI tools later, per se, when they progress to middle school or high school. Because only then they can develop their own personalized workflow based on their self-awareness and self-critical thinking skills that can truly maximize their working efficiency. Furthermore, regardless of the age, the ability to pitch yourself will become more important. I believe we will now enter an era where personal branding will become more essential, and those who can showcase their strengths will succeed. But to sell yourself effectively, you don't only need self-awareness, but you also need to understand your audience as well. And that doesn't come simply by sitting in front of your desk studying. You actually need to engage in social activities like sports, music, debates, and any other extracurriculars. As a matter of fact, in the admissions in the US, they put a lot of emphasis in these extracurricular activities as much as they do in GPAs or other exam scores. And also, I think the recent trend where South Korea trying to implement these IB curriculum also reflects a similar shift in perspective. But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that studying is not important. As a matter of fact, it will remain essential in college admissions. But what I'm saying is that there will be other social aspects that will be as much important as studying.
실제로 AI를 전공하고 연구하면서 이 과목만큼은 초중고 때 뼈대를 확실히 잡아놔야 한다 하는 핵심 과목이 뭐가 있을까요?
I believe math and English will remain essential. Even though many tasks will be automated by these AI tools, I think people should still do quality control, verifying what the AI is saying. So in that sense, I think I don't think the core capabilities required by human will essentially change. But what I do think that will demand more in the future is the ability to think logically and think critically rather than fully depending on your AI tools. So in the next video, I'll share more details about how to develop these capabilities based on what I've experienced throughout my career. So stay tuned.